the little tiny things that irritate you and annoy you, if you can work on those, because they're easy.
Yeah.
And once you do that, you'll find, because what we've done over the years, we've all done it. There's things that happen in our past that we hang on to. We hang on to them. We bury them down in here, and when something else happens, not even related to those things start to come up. They're blocked. We've actually stuck them down inside of us, and then that's what causes irritations and annoyances and things that happen in our life. But if we can slowly, with the tiny little things in life, just treat that as our exercises, it loosens up, whether you want to call it your chakras or whatever, there's lots of spiritual terms for those things, but they're real. And we trap stuff, and people get sick from doing that. That's not spiritual mumbo jumbo. People get sick. They get from the stress they create in their life because they bottle stuff up. They keep it down. So when I talk about letting some people say, well, man, I'll give you an example of something that happened while we're on holidays. It's sad, but it's something that unless I let it go, it can cause lots of trouble in my life. We were in New York at a rooftop bar, and that's Karen, that's me. There was only 3 people out on the balcony. There was Karen, me, and there's a girl sitting here. And I saw her as I walked in, sitting down. Just looked like a nice young girl having a cocktail. We're sitting there. Probably 15 minutes later, we heard 2 of the staff going, "No!" And we had no idea what had happened. And as we got up, someone said someone jumped, and I assumed it was someone across the road. So I actually stood up and looked over, but I couldn't see anything. And then the manager came and said, "You got to get inside, get inside, get inside." What we found out when we got inside, the girl that was sitting, she wouldn't have been more than 10 feet away from me, got up and she jumped. Landed on a balcony below, about 24 floors below. Now, in that moment, we went inside and we sat down. Like the emotion, so sad. She was 26 years old. What would make her do that? And I know for Karen right now, she's really struggling with it.
Yeah.
To the point where we went, because we were in New York, then we went away and we came back. She found it really hard to enjoy coming back to New York. She feels like that'll always affect her time there. And without sounding, but what we have to do for our own health, though, what we need to do is don't push that emotion down. Like I said, so as I was sitting there, I went, well, I'm feeling something. I'm going to let that go. So I had a good week while I was in that. Before the police came up and said everyone's got to get out. And for a few days after, you let it go. Don't push it down. When I say let go of stuff, it's not bury it down inside. It's you got to feel that emotion, and feeling that emotion means, when you feel that emotion, you go, well, you've got a heart, you're feeling something, but we need to learn to let those things go, because if I hang on to that, it's not going to change what happened. We cannot change what happened. Maybe from that I can learn to go, hey, you know what? Next time I'm somewhere, and you see someone alone, just a little hi or how you doing? That you can change the future. We cannot change the past. So the best we can do is learn something, but we've got to let it go, because those sorts of things we can bury, and it's not good for our health to do that. Oh. So whilst that, might sound harsh, because it's so sad. You imagine the family and all that sort of stuff. I can't feel bad enough. Karen can't feel bad enough over here to make her family feel any better. So if we want to do something, let us be in a position where we can help the next person.
Yeah.
Don't go, well, my life's, how can I live because that happened? And then people do that. They get themselves in such a state that that's happened to that person. How can I be happy if that's happened?
Yeah.
But who do you help if you do that? You don't help yourself. You can't. Like, you've got to feed yourself first, look after yourself so that you can help other people.
Yeah.
So that was, that's such a terrible thing to have happened. But you've got to, we need to let that stuff go.